There have been many times ever since the popularization of using AI as a content creator that I've been absolutely mind blown by what is out there at our disposal as creators. But this application of AI for content creators and specifically for creators on YouTube might just be the single most insane application of AI I've ever seen for creators. And honestly, I still can't believe that this is real and a possibility or that it's free to use. If you've yet to be told as a beginner, intermediate, or advanced content creator that having a content strategy is going to help absolutely everything fall into place, well, it's going to. And the reason for that is that not only is having a content strategy going to help everything relating to your platform, your audience, your content, and the overall path of your success all fall into place, it's also what's going to help the YouTube algorithm see a clear branding and consistency to your content and your channel and your audience, which is the number one thing that is going to lead to the YouTube algorithm knowing exactly who to share your videos to and push your videos out further. However, building a successful content strategy that's really going to help take you all the way, that usually comes with the need for an insane amount of understanding the industry, planning, outlining, formatting, and that's going to not only consume a lot of time to plan, outline, and put into action, it's also just a massive skill that not every single content creator is going to possess or know how to use. Honestly, I've been at this for almost 5 years now with my own channel, and I've only very recently begun to learn how to actually put a content strategy into place and make it work for you. However, now in 2023, coming up with a content strategy that's really going to help up-level absolutely everything for you no longer has to take you all of that time and ability and skill, because using a free AI tool, not only can you do this for yourself in 10 seconds or less, you can literally have it done for you for free. And when I discovered that this was a possibility, I was absolutely mind blown and so excited to share this with you guys. So the very first step is to go onto the ChatGPT website. I'm sure lots of you guys are aware of ChatGPT because literally everybody is talking about it, but if you somehow have not heard of ChatGPT, if you don't know what it is or how it works, I do have a whole other separate video all about different ways to use ChatGPT's AI as a creator, so I will link that down below in my description box. But once you are onto ChatGPT's website and you open up a brand new chat box, there are two prompts you're going to have to use to do this. The first prompt you want to type in is basically just to tell ChatGPT what it is you do with your channel and your content. Throughout this entire video, I'm going to be sharing lots of different examples with you guys, but just as a first example, one of my friends here on YouTube actually creates videos that are dedicated to the Kansas City Chiefs NFL team. So using that as an example, the first prompt I would type into the chat box is I create YouTube videos all about the Kansas City Chiefs. Then it's automatically going to give you a little spiel as a first response, which you can honestly choose to read or just disregard altogether. Sometimes it's very helpful, other times it's not helpful at all. Then this second prompt is where everything gets really interesting. Word for word, the next prompt you want to type in is based on that, write me in table format a YouTube content strategy for my channel. And it is automatically going to spit out a table with an entire content strategy personalized to your channel that is perfectly outlined for you. Within this content strategy table, it's going to break absolutely everything down for you into multiple different sections. Using this first example I have just typed in, the sections it gave me is content type, description, frequency, and target audience. Under the content type box, it is basically outlined every single content pillar I would need to be able to outline and plan my content and come up with video ideas in the long term. Then under description, it is basically given a broken down explanation of every single one of those content pillars to make it a whole lot easier to come up with content and video ideas. Then under the frequency tab, this is sort of a suggestion or recommendation of the frequency of each one of those content pillars and how often you want to be posting each one of them to have a well-balanced content strategy. Then under target audience, this basically tells you for each one of those content pillars which is the target audience or target viewer who is most likely to want to click on that video and watch that video, which is also the type of viewer that the YouTube algorithm is most likely to recommend each one of those content pillars to on their recommended page or suggested feed. Now, depending on the table and content strategy that ChatGPT designs for every individual person who uses this, you will sometimes see a different variety of sections or parts to the table, but you also have an unlimited amount of times that you can have ChatGPT actually regenerate the table for you. So if you want to have it give you even more sections and even more data, then you can just ask the same question over again and get different results to add to your table and strategy. So now that we sort of get exactly how this function works, how to read and understand the table, let's now use this for a couple of different examples. So for one, I have several friends who make 9 to 5 work from home vlogs on their channel. So what I would do here is put in the exact same prompts I did in the first example, but just switch it out for a different type of content. Once I do that, ChatGPT then automatically gives me a brand new table with a brand new content strategy for a channel dedicated to 9 to 5 work from home vlogs. Then for a third example, let's say I'm a creator who makes videos dedicated to taking people through my journey of starting and growing an online business on Etsy. Once again, put in the exact same prompts and once again get a brand new table with a brand new content strategy personalized to my channel. Again, like I said, some of the sections might be different, have different titles, give different information, and if I wanted to have more sections or more data, I can just regenerate the table and get even more information and suggestions. And then for a final example, I've been seeing a lot of channels lately on YouTube that are dedicated to newly hired Disney cast members that are basically sharing their journey as a new Disney cast member. So again, using that with the exact same prompts, asking it to generate a table with a content strategy, it's again going to give me all of the content pillars and descriptions and frequency suggestions and all of that. Within literally 5 to 10 seconds, an entire content strategy that you can put into action immediately. So now once you've gone through all of these steps and you have the table generated for you, you have this brand new content strategy made for you, how exactly do you go about putting all of this information into action? First thing you want to do is to identify all of your new content pillars. Of course, you don't have to use every single one it just gave you, or you can use all of them if you choose to. These content pillars are really going to help you to better understand exactly what kind of content you're uploading on your channel. It's also going to help you to better figure out, once you know if you're uploading once a week or twice a week or 3 times a week, which type of video or content pillar you're going to be posting on each one of those days. So if the table and content strategy you've been given has 3 different pillars or 4 different pillars, you can then decide that content pillar 1 is posted on the first day, content pillar 2 is posted on the second day, and so on and so forth, which again gives your channel and your content so much more structure and also helps coming up with video ideas so much easier. Then using the frequency of uploads suggestion and recommendations from the table and from your content strategy, it's then going to be so much easier to create a content calendar and be able to plan an entire month of content ahead of time. It's also, as you saw, in most cases going to give you a target audience so that you can better understand exactly who it is you're targeting as potential subscribers and viewers. Not only this, but if you eventually get into doing sponsorships and brand deals, the number one thing that most brands are going to be looking for when you pitch to them or ask them to sponsor you is they're going to want to know whether or not your target audience matches up and aligns with their target customer. So if you have a much better understanding of who your target audience is and who makes up the majority demographic of your audience, it's then going to be so much easier to land all these paid brand deals and sponsorships because you can guarantee to brands exactly who your audience is. So now, having ChatGPT do all the research and planning and formatting and outlining for you, you now have a brand new content strategy planned for you from top to bottom in literally 5 to 10 seconds. Now you can go ahead and put that entire content strategy into action so that your content, your audience, and your branding is so much more consistent, which again, as I said earlier, is going to do wonders to help you where the algorithm is concerned. So there you have it, the most insane application of AI I've seen thus far for creators. If you guys loved this video and you want any more tips or tricks on how to build, grow, and monetize your social media, then here are 2 more videos of mine that YouTube thinks you will love. Also, let me know down below if you guys want to see any more AI related videos because there is so much more I could do with that. As always, thank you all for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!